Howdy folks, Elite 3, and we got this Titan in today. What we got going on with it, Brad?
It's a 2017 Nissan Titan Platinum Reserve. We're gonna be doing a rough country leveling kit on it. Obviously that's just gonna be the front. We're gonna do some 20x10 fuel sledge and some 285 5520 Mickey Thompson A. So we already got it kind of racked up. So we'll go ahead and start raising it up in the air. Get these wheels off. Go ahead and start getting the sensors out. Swap them over to the new wheels. So stay tuned.
Heck yeah. Get access to the bead, and we're just taking the sensors out on this set right here. So I'm gonna turn it right here, pop it kind of midway. I'm gonna take this off. There's two different types of sensors. The sensors that screw in from the back, and then there's ones that have a nut. So this is a nut type right here. Take this off. TPMS sensor. Now they vary in kind of shape and size a little bit, but generally this is what they're going to look like. Got the wheels and tires right here. 285 5520 Boss ATs. Pretty nice looking tires. Decent looking little rims. Got a nice little lip on it. These are 20x9s. You don't always got to go for 10s to get that lip. 9s do just fine. Test fitting. You always want to test fit the wheel before you mount it. It's a real iffy on that. So this is a dual drilled hole, bolt pattern, so it'll fit to multiple applications. Now what I want to point out here is this dead space. This is where a hub ring comes in, and it's a hub ring because obviously it's a ring and it goes on the hub. So what that does, snap that on there. Wrong bolt pattern. Boom. It fills up that dead space.
Which is going to keep you from having ride disturbance issues and, vibrations at high speeds,
exactly.
et cetera.
Exactly. And then I could also go a little bit further quickly about these conical seated lugs. You have to have, for aftermarket wheels, you have to have the aftermarket lugs. Obviously you can see we have a plethora of them, all different sizes, but it's the seating on there that makes it so special.
Now we just gotta blow it up, mount all the other three. Bearing it up. Smash wheel. Alright, gonna balance the wheel now.
It brakes itself. Let's see what it's telling us. Right now, $1.50 at 25 and 2 ounces. That ain't too bad for an off-road wheel. That's not too bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put that weight and show you what it comes out to.
So he's got all the weights on there, you see it. Simple as that. He's gonna drop the hood again. And just like that, it's good.
So now we got this, we got the wheels and tires all finished. Now we got this leveling kit. Yeah.
Just bolts on top of the strut.
Yeah, this is the puck that bolts on top of the strut. So the studs will go right here, and it's pretty much gonna flip it around. So let's start taking it apart. This is what we're gotta take apart. We gotta take this off. Gotta take the tie rod off. You gotta take that loose, take that out. We got ABS is number one. That's the first thing we're gonna tackle. That's getting all this line. That's getting that hanging. The brake, make sure there's no stress on the brake line. So gonna take it apart.
So I'm gonna start with the ABS. Any vehicle you do, the first step is disconnecting the ABS. You do not want to overstretch these lines or anything like that, because if it snaps, then you're gonna have to replace the ABS wire. So go ahead and pull it off right here, pull it off right here, pull it off right here. And you don't gotta apply much pressure to this. Some of them will be harder than others, but you can just push this down right here, pull it off, let that hang. Now you don't gotta worry about messing that up. And that's any vehicle. Your first step should be disconnecting that ABS wire. So it'll be the same on both sides. So yeah, okay, now I'm taking out these cotter pins. I don't care about messing them up because we have a whole assortment of cotter pins, so everybody's got a different way of taking these out. So got that one off and I got that one off. So all right, taking that nut off for the brake line just to give us a little bit extra slack. I'll wrestle that off there. Disconnecting the sway bar link. Just like that. All right, I'm gonna take these three uppers off here, and then I'm gonna take this lower strut bolt off.
All right, so we just bolted this on there. It's just three simple bolts all around. So now it just rotates and it's gonna go back in. So let's go ahead and put this in where it needs to go.
Yep. All right, so now we're just gonna tighten these three bolts at the top here, tighten this one up, and then we'll go ahead and reinstall everything in reverse. So stay tuned. Okay, so now you're not gonna be able to just straight up put this up here and pull this down, because this control arm is gonna bottom out on the bump stop. So you get Big Red here, this is Big Red. Put him right here, somewhere stable. And then we got a little custom on him too. He's got some aftermarket wheels. So anyway, you're gonna jack him up, quick small pumps. So now we'll actually be able to put this up here, pull this down and connect the upper ball joint. So we'll show you after it's done. Okay, so you see we got it connected now, just hand tightened. So we'll go ahead and lower it back down. And then we'll tighten this up. Next we'll put the tie rod in back on. So. Tighten that one up. Back in. Boom, everyone has their own way of doing this. Okay. Just like that. Now we got the sway bar back in. He's just gonna hand tighten that nut on there. Same thing on the other side. This will be your last step once you get everything else done. Otherwise you'll be wrestling with this thing the whole time.
So now that that's all buttoned back up and put back together, we can now put the wheels and tires that we did earlier back on. You can see that spacer's right up in there. Can't really see it, but it's in there. So all that's buttoned together. We're gonna go ahead and throw the wheels and tires on.
Got the ABS lines on, brake lines on, so everything's back on, nothing's messed up, so on to the next. It's got the hub ring on there. Nice. Finished product, lowering it down. It's nice.